All right. So, y'all know Superman can fly and jump and do all these things, right? Hold on for 1 second, Gennady. Hold on. At the same time, his dad was like, I would imagine you guys all have families in some regard. There's some people that either look up to you or count on you for things, right? At some point, you got to say no. I was talking to my mom. Now, also, I want to say this. As a speaker, it's important to get communication from people of whether or not you can share stories. Because my mom, I don't know, y'all know how moms are. It's like, well, don't paint me in a bad light. I'm like, well, she gave me, I think, like an honorary amendment that I could say whatever I want to say, and we'll deal with it later. So before I go into that story, so my mom, she had a birthday in January. I think she turned maybe 58, 59. I don't know. After a while, you keep telling your mom she's 18, you just forget how old she is at this point. I didn't reach out to say happy birthday. So as we're having a more serious conversation about other things, and I was kind of telling her about how I felt, she decided to tell me how she felt about that day. And mine is probably like a week or two later now. She's like, I don't like that you didn't say happy birthday to me. I said, Mom, can I communicate something to you? Now, I don't know if you guys can relate. There are some days where there can be a brick wall, I don't know, a tsunami, and 30,000 other brick walls in front of me. I'm going through everything. Like, I believe that I have what it takes to get through all that in that moment. There are some days like that where it don't matter what the obstacle is, I'm good. And then I told her there's some days where there could be like a little bitty pebble on the ground. Little bitty, like that big. Like that big. I don't know if I could use we'll use this. Oh, that's bigger than I thought it was going to be, but let's just use that. Little bitty pebble, right? And I said to her, somebody could tell me if I move that pebble, everything will be okay. I'll get $1 million and life is going to be good. There are some days where I don't want to move that pebble because I'm dealing with that much stuff. That little bit of pebble feels like the 30,000 brick walls in front of my face. Now, initially, she's like, well, Brian, that's only 2 minutes. It's only 30 seconds. I said, okay, let me break this down for you another side, Mom. When I'm in those modes, I have tunnel vision. That pebble represents in those moments, I'm debating whether or not I even want to be here anymore. Like life. Like I'm dealing with that type of weight. What I'm trying to show her is, yes, your birthday is important. Your birthday is not more important than my life. Here's the thing. Unfortunately, people can't read your brain. They don't know what's always going on, right? So sometimes they can put on more stuff than you really can bear. And because some of y'all, like we said y'all him, you're like, oh, I could do that. I could do that too. Come on, give me more weight. Come on, I got this. I'm Superman. I could do this. Sometimes you gotta just say no. Like, I can't add on any more weight right now. I don't know. Anybody in here ever felt like that? Where it's like, I put on too much weight, and now I gotta, yeah. As men, we to be honest, sometimes it's a little bit of an ego thing too. Because some of us we like to feel needed. Yeah. Never heard that one before.
Still in line to get more food, but
Dang.
so you gotta finish what's on your plate before you can accept anything else. And it's okay to say no. There's ways to do it. There's ways to say no, right? You can let them know that, right now I got a lot of things going on. Can we circle back, right? Can we revisit this in a month or two, right? So you don't have to just say no, right? There's ways to say no, or let people understand that you have a life and you have some things on your plate as well.
Remind me of your name too one time. Marcel. Give me 1 second, because I want to touch on what he said, then I'm gonna get your question. Communication is key. I might mess this up. I think it's called the XY statement. Basically, when you do this, this makes me feel Y. So I'll use an example. I'll say it to you right here. Because last week, I'm not saying you did this, only because you're right here, Jay. Don't be looking at him like, bro, why me? I'll be like, Jay, when you guys were walking in front of the presentation, bro, that joint hurt me, bro. Like, that made me want to not even want to do this anymore. I said what happened, and I said how it made me feel. So now you have two options. You can just say, number one, bro, that's exactly how it made you feel. And I'd like to say, well, then we can just square up. You know what I mean? At that point. Or you can be like, bro, that wasn't my intention. Next time I'll be better. Right? That's a very simple way to let people know what's going on. Instead of jumping down somebody's throat like, bro, how could you not know that this is going to make me feel this way? How could you do this? Like, nah, bro, can I have a conversation with you? Or miss, can I have a conversation with you? Hey, when you do this, this is how it makes me feel. Now, I don't know if that's your intention, but this is how it's making me feel. Again, they got two options. I was talking to my girlfriend yesterday. I said, at that point, I think what I was talking to her, I said, it's an old saying. If you feel froggy, then leap. That's one of those, like, it's only thing between us is space and opportunity. If you tell me you intended to hurt me, not condoning fighting, but at that point it's like, you got two options again. It's either I could fight you, or I could say, okay, you probably not a good friend for me. Again, going back to systems environment, you probably not a good person I want to have in my environment. Right? Marcel, you had a question? Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm.
But then sometimes, like, she sort of like shake stuff in a way that isn't like.
You said shapes or shakes?
She like shake it.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Because like currently I have 5 kittens.
Okay.
And they require a lot of they have needs.
Mm.